Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Schneider. Welcome to the Song Club.
I knew it was a bad idea to meet you here, my dear. 'Cause now that I've done it, my heart...
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Song Club. As usual, I'm here in Austin, Texas, doing the Song Club. What is the Song Club, you might ask? Maybe you're locked in a dungeon somewhere and the person that's kidnapped you is a huge Bob Schneider fan, and he's just playing my podcast 24 hours a day, and you're shivering and hoping that the police will find you because you had a tracker embedded in your knee earlier in the year. But they haven't found you yet, and you're just listening to the podcast, and you're like, what is this? Well, first of all, there's your first clue. It's a podcast. And it's called The Song Club because I talk about the songs that I wrote this week or this month and other stuff. And, yeah, welcome. You might ask yourself, where do I get these songs? How does that work? Well, you can go to my Patreon, Bob Schneider. What is it? Patreon.com/Bob Schneider. And you can join my Patreon. And then every month, you'll get an email. And it'll give you a link to download all the songs from this month's Song Club. There's 8 songs a month. There's also some other stuff you get as well. So if you're interested in getting some music that you can't really get anywhere else, we've been posting some of these songs on Spotify, but not all of them. Just a few. And when I say a few, maybe, how many did we do this year? We did 2 a week, and we've had like, I don't know, maybe we've posted like 60 of them this year. But I've posted quite a few songs, 400 or 500, maybe more, on Patreon. So you could join up today and you can download all those songs. It's the best deal in music. Now, most people would say, well, do I want 500 songs of Bob Schneider's? Probably not, right? Because, I mean, there's that thing like Prince wrote a bunch of songs that are in the vault, you know, the Prince vault. But he probably released all the good songs, right? I mean, it's not like there's another Kiss or Purple Rain in the vault. So you're probably thinking, well, Bob Schneider didn't even release Kiss or Purple Rain, so what's he got in the vault? Well, it's solid logic, really. So I don't know. Probably not a good salesman for my own stuff, but I like listening to it. I like writing it, and I like listening to it. So there are some people that enjoy listening to it. You probably are one of them. If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably in the Song Club. Chances of you just coming across it are slim, but who knows? Maybe you're here. Maybe you're checking it out. Maybe you're like about ready to click out of here. And I get it. Because there's a lot of content out there. A lot of clever people making interesting content, and hard to compete with all that clever content. But here I am doing my, I can't even say best, doing what I can do, or what I'm prepared to do, or what I'm allowing myself to do, or, I mean, let's face it, I'm doing the very least I can possibly do. But I'm doing something, which is saying, I don't know. I guess that's something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm here. You're here. And we're here together. So it's nice to be here. So let's get into it. I did skip a week. Normally, I write a song every week. I have a thing called the Song Game. I send out a prompt to a group of songwriters, people that I know that I've met over the years that are songwriters, and they use the prompt and write a song, and then we all send those songs to each other. They're due on Tuesday. And I usually do one a week, but this month I took a week off. So I've only got 3 new songs this month, which is fine. And then 5 songs that I wrote at some other point in history. And they're all great. They're all just so fucking good. You can't even believe how good these songs are. Way better than the stuff in Prince's vault, probably. That's not one of them. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start with this first one. So you may have heard of AI, artificial intelligence. I've been fucking with it for, I don't know, a couple years now. The music part of AI has been pretty bad. Recently it's gotten better. Lyrically, it's still pretty pedestrian. It's not very good at coming up with anything sort of interesting lyrically, at least as far as I'm concerned. But musically, it's pretty good. Like the music that it comes up with sounds pretty legit. And in terms of just like getting ideas for music, I think it could be useful. So this month is the first month that I've used AI when I've been writing a song. So I don't know why I can't talk today, but having a hard time stringing words together. I guess that would be called a sentence, and then making it sound like something that you could follow with your little 8 brain. Having a hard time with that today. But anyways, I got a little 8 brain too. I'm not saying that you have a little 8 brain and I don't. We both have little 8 brains. Whales, I think, have giant whale brains. Who knows how smart they are? They don't speak English. It would be amazing, though, if somebody could go teach those whales some English. But nobody knows you'd have to learn whale first. I guess if you learned whale, then you could just go down there and chat and say, hey, in whale, which would be like, wee. That means, what's up, dude? You could teach them English. Anyways, that's a different podcast. Anyways, what I was saying was, so this is the first month that I used AI. I did it with a couple songs. This first one, it's called Change My World. I went on there and I feel like I've been writing sort of a similar sort of song recently. And I was like, well, maybe I can come up with some new ideas using Suno. So I went to Suno AI, Suno AI, and I've been on there before. I've gone on there and like done some joke stuff, but I've never really used it as sort of a tool for generating music. So I put the prompt in. It came up with some stuff, and I was like, the songs that it writes aren't, like I said, aren't great lyrically, but you can turn it to just instrumentation, and it'll just make an instrumental track. So it'd be like going into the studio with somebody who's a pretty good musician, and they maybe play something on piano or on guitar, and then I would use that to write some lyrics to. And that's what I did with this first song called Change My World. Now, I wasn't able to use my studio this week, so I recorded this just on my laptop on the road, and just used the speakers, used the microphone that was in my laptop to record the vocals. So I don't think the quality of the vocals is that great, but it's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I got most of the music is artificially generated, and then I took that and then I took it into one of my programs and cut it up, and then wrote some lyrics to it, sang to it, and then came up with this song. So let's check it out. It's called Change My World, and it's the first song this month on the Song Club.
saw you dancing in the grass, right behind the broken rainbow's black beams. Rings of silver in the air, surrounding everything. A vision paled the trees, and I heard it when you said, the end of time is the only promise we are given. I knew right then that you changed my world. Ooh, changed my world. Ooh, the other ring not gold or bright, a hidden gem in plain sight. I will my mystery.
So yeah, pretty cool music. I like that guitar riff, on the bass, the drums, all of that came from AI, which is pretty remarkable, really. And yeah, like I said, I've tried to use it for lyrics. I've tried to use ChatGPT for lyrics. It's just not good. It's good at like, it'll create sentences and it'll make stuff that sounds like music, and it'll make things that sound like lyrics, and it'll rhyme. But it's not interesting. It's very, I don't know. For me, when I'm writing lyrics, they just have to have, I don't know, just not, they just have to have something interesting about them. Like, I love the first line of that song, I saw you dancing in the rain behind the broken rainbow's black beams. I mean, I don't know where that came from. That's my own little AI generator that I have in my brain. But that's more interesting than AI will write something like, I don't know. The stuff that AI writes, I don't find interesting at all. But again, I don't find most things interesting. Most music that people write, I find to be very pedestrian and sort of boring, but that's just me. Anyways, I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift with my daughter. Every time we get in the car, she's like, play Taylor Swift. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if and then I'll play like Tom Waits or something I like. Anyways, we're hanging out over the Labor Day weekend. And I didn't know it was Labor Day. So Monday came and I was ready to take her to school, found out there was no school. So then I was like, trying to, find some friends for her to play with. Everybody had already made plans. So I was like, well, we got to do something. So we went to the mall and, I felt bad for her. So I put on Taylor Swift and, fantastic. Great songwriter. Songs are great. So, yeah, so me and her have been listening to Taylor Swift now for the last couple days. And it's good stuff. Now, I will say this. Made me feel not great about my stuff. So that's not good. I don't know. I got a lot of things to work on, I guess. All right, let's listen to another song. So this is not a... By the way, that's the only AI song that's... I did do a new AI song that'll be in next month's podcast. It didn't make the deadline for this podcast. But I'm probably going to start using it more. And I'm sure everybody will. I'm sure in a year or two, most songs that you hear will have some kind of AI. Just because it's an easy thing and it's sounding good. And again, it's like a tool. Like people got upset with Bob Dylan when he plugged in his guitar and started playing electric. They started booing him because they're like, they like the way things were or something. Everybody nobody likes change or whatever. So some people are going to be not crazy about it. I know that I've been making a lot of AI videos and they don't get a lot of traction. And I don't know if it's because people don't like them. It could be a thing where I thought about this recently because they are AI, and as soon as you post anything with AI now, either on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, it recognizes it as AI and knows it's AI. So maybe it's like, maybe not putting out that content as much as stuff that's not AI. I don't know. Who knows? Or people just don't like it. I know that my wife hates anything AI that I do. Every AI video that I've made, I try to show it to her, and she's like, I don't want to watch it. And I'm like, well, I spent hours working on this thing. She's like, I don't like it. I'm like, well, that makes me feel bad. Anyways, you might like it. I have friends who say they like it, and then friends who don't say they like it, who obviously don't like it, but are friendly and don't say anything horrible like, I don't want to watch that. All right, let's listen to another new one. This is called Have You Ever Been Down? And yeah, let's check it out.
My baby called me from the penitentiary. She said, I really don't think this is a place for me. Could you come and get me around 2:45? I said, if that's what you want, then that's where I'll be. I got a check on loan from the government bank. You got a 20-ton cab and a 50-gallon tank. I'm pretty sure it'll get us to the border. I think so. Pack your bags, little honey, I'll be there in the bank. Now, have you ever been down, down, down? I mean, really been down, down, down. Yeah, I've been down, down, but it's all right. It's all right. All right now. I got a lawyer in Miami, always climbing around. He always asking me if I know what it's like to be down. I said, if you want to know well, all you got to do is take a look at me while I'm looking at you. Said all the sitting and calling around. I don't mind because my feet are riding down on the ground. And even though my head is always up in the clouds, I got a lot of bad thoughts, I just don't ever say them out loud. Have you ever been down, down?
Yeah, have you ever been down, 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 down? I had to blow my nose. I didn't have any tissue. So, anyways, that's why the screen went to the song club there. But I'm back. And I didn't really blow my... who knows? What's going on? Anyways, I'm glad you're here. It is 2024 if you're listening to this currently. And the month is September. All these songs were written in August of 2024. Got one more new song that I wrote. Now this song, it's called Blue Dream. Now I didn't use AI for the music, but I used this program called Arcade by a company called Output. And what Arcade does is it has samples, and then you can play them on your computer. Very similar to AI, except somebody made them instead of AI making them. But I didn't play this music. It's a sample that I used. I played some of it, like I might have added some drums or some bass to this. But a lot of the music that you hear is from the sample thing. So it's not like I haven't been using samples and things like that. Again, just AI is just one more thing. It hasn't been good enough to use up until now. And even now, I don't think I would use any AI stuff on a studio record. But eventually it'll get good enough to where people will be using it for that. And everybody's going to be using AI to one degree or another. So, yeah, as it gets better and more useful, more people will be using it. So I love it. It's a great tool, and I enjoy what I am able to do with it. But here's this other song called Blue Dream. Again, no AI. Shouldn't matter. Here we go. I played that bass line pretty good.
She gon' like this song, I know it. She gon' like it if I don't blow it. She gon' like this song, I know it. She gon' like this song, I know it. it. She gon' like this song, I know it. Yeah. Sun's a peach. I'm walking down the beach in a blue dream.
That was the song phrase, Blue Dream.
It's marshmallow skies. The sun's in my eyes in this blue dream. Some days are nice, some days are better. Some days the sun's shining, some days are wetter. She gon' like this song, I know it. She gon' like it if I don't blow it. She gon' like this song, I know it. She gon' like this song.
Blue Dream. That's what that song's called. And yeah, those are the songs for this month. Not every month can bring forth the great hits. But you got to keep going back to the field and planting seeds and seeing what grows. Not a good analogy. You got to keep going back to the sea and putting your pole in the water. It's still not right. You're not really putting your pole in the water to fish. Got to put your net out. See what gets caught in the net. There you go. And sometimes you pull up a dolphin and you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. And the dolphin's like, ah. You're like, get that dolphin out of the net. Too late, dead. Hide the dolphin. Tuna is what we were looking for. But we got the dolphin. Hide the dolphin. Dolphin's not the tuna, chicken of the sea. We were looking for the chicken of the sea, boy. Do they still have chicken in the sea? What is chicken? Star-kissed. Star-kissed. Chicken of the sea. I wonder if they still use that. It's been a while since I bought that canned tuna. I used to drink a ton of canned tuna back in the day. But I don't know. I got off the tuna. I don't know. They were like, oh, it's got a lot of heavy metal in it or something. Who knows? I do like that sushi. Same tuna. It's just not cooked. Anyways, let's do another song. This is a song called Heart Holds Diamonds. This was on a record. Maybe it was on I'm Good Now. You guys probably know better than I do. It was on one of my records, and we re-recorded it. But this is the original demo. The thing I like about this demo is I'm pretty sure Mike Longoria was playing drums on this. And I think he had a buddy who played bass with him who might have played the bass part on here. But I do like this sort of the demo of the song. This is what I recorded when I actually wrote the song. So it sounds a little more stripped down than the version that's on the record, but it's pretty good. I was listening to it a little bit earlier and I was like, oh, this is cool. This will be a nice one. These are the kind of songs I love giving you guys in the song club, because you just never hear this demo. I'd have it on my computer and then I would die, and then they would burn everything in a pile and nobody would ever hear it again. So it's like a little, I don't know, like a sketch of the song, but a good sketch, like a pretty detailed sketch. So let's listen to it and see if we like it. That's me playing the piano. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his friend. It's a nice bass line.
take all that you're given and stack it in a pile. Tied to my heart and lie the baby with the smile and let her smoke. Baby, why not sleep outside your gate and let her smother me to death with a sweet persistent way? Because I'm strange in the creation and nothing but the best. No one to correct the baby, never took a left. I know the body's been committed, but my mind is on the road. The dreams are just beginning and knocking in the sun. Because your head holds gold, your heart holds diamonds. Wonder when the devil when you're falling towards the floor. Because your mind may wander in and out of heaven, but your heart won't follow until you show it through the door. Yeah, yeah. Na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Yeah, yeah. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. I take the sleeping potion and mix it with the tea.
Man, that was that early 2000s is when I recorded that song. I don't know exactly when, but early 2000s is pretty close enough for government work. But man, I loved autotune in those days, and was using it on everything. I bought an autotune, and I would run my vocals through it on stage. I played at Antone's for a year in 2002. Up until 2001, I think, was the last year the Scabs were playing on Tuesdays. And I switched from the Scabs to Bob Schneider Band on Tuesdays at Antone's. And that whole year, I just would run everything through this autotune. And people did not like it. But I loved it. I thought it was cool. So I used it on everything, including that demo. I liked it for years. I still like it occasionally. I don't like it as much as I used to. But I use autotune a lot, but I don't use it on that harsh setting where you can hear it. I just use it to kind of pitch correct my vocals a little bit. So everything that you hear that I've recorded vocally, I usually have some sort of pitch correction on it. I think that's sort of standard now in the music business. When I played on Austin City Limits, the TV show, I did it back in 99, I think, was the first time I did it. Maybe 2000. And did all the songs from Lonely Land. And what you do when you record that TV show is you play it in front of a live audience, but then you go back a couple days later and you fix any mistakes that you made if somebody hit a wrong note or if you sang something off pitch or something. And we went in and it took a couple hours to make all the corrections. I had to like re-record some of the vocals and stuff. And it looks the same because it's not like you're doing anything crazy. You're just fixing any mistakes. But it took a few hours. Anyways, I went back 10 years later in 2010 to do the same thing. I did the show again. And this time I went in and they're like, I think we got it all, because what they did was they just pitch corrected everything, and so I didn't have to re-sing it, which was great. And so that's the way, when you hear somebody, doing even like Saturday Night Live, anything live, they're using pitch correction on the vocals, usually for the most part. So it just sounds like everybody's a better singer than they are, but some people can't sing at all. But you don't have to know how to sing nowadays because everything can be fixed and pitch corrected, which is interesting. Now, anything before pitch correction, so anything like 98 and previous to that, if you heard it, I mean, people were actually singing that, which is, amazing. That's why they were having, problems with some people back in those days. That's why they had to have Milli Vanilli. Somebody had to come in and sing that stuff because those guys, as good looking as they were, couldn't sing for shit. So had somebody else sing it. And then those guys were looking good to sell records. That's the way it worked. Now you can just look good, pitch correct everything, and just walk your ass to the bank with big bags of loot and buy yourself nice things. All right, let's listen to another one. This is called Gold or Greatness. This is a co-write that I did with my buddy John Cusimano. We've written, I've done a handful of co-writes in my life, and then I've probably done 15 or 20 songs with John. Usually anytime we get together, we write a song. And this is one we wrote called Gold or Greatness. Let's check it out. Let's crank this thing. Oh shit. Down, drag me away. I've been yours ever since that day. Say, give us gold, give us greatness. Fire will, and we'll be weightless. I pledge my love to you, I swear. Lost forever and everywhere, yeah. No idea what that song means. No idea what that song means, but it's a cool song. That might be John playing drums on there. It might be him playing guitar. I know we recorded some of that song in his house, and then I recorded a lot of it at my place afterwards. But yeah, I like that song, Gold or Greatness. I don't know, songs don't have to make sense. In fact, a lot of songs that don't make a lot of sense are more interesting than the ones that make a lot of sense. Words to think about. I gave you guys a few seconds there to let that sink in, work its magic in your subconscious. All right, let's listen to another song. I'm just going to get into the songs this month. Why not? This one's called GLACIER. Now, I grew up in Germany in the 80s is when I was a teenager, and in the 80s in Germany they had a lot of this stuff called Deutsche Welle, German New Wave music, a lot of keyboards, a lot of real, I don't know, kind of corny keyboardy stuff from the 80s. I liked it. At the time it was new and different and weird sounding, so I love all that stuff. So I like keyboards, and I like keyboards that sound weird and you know, sound like keyboard. Now, a lot of people use keyboards, and you're not even aware that their keyboards are being used. But I like it when you know that it's keyboards. Anyway, so this is, I'm sure, influenced from that German New Wave 80s sound. It's called GLACIER. That song's not for everybody. Now, do I like it? Fuck yeah, I like it. I used to listen to this guy Mark Stewart back in the 80s. Look it up. It's just real fucked up, like noise music. It's kind of what that GLACIER song was. But here's the thing. You got to write that song before you can write American Jesus or 2002. You gotta, I don't know. I like to do them all. I try not to get too precious when I'm writing. I just write whatever comes, and that came one day. And now it's in the world. It's called GLACIER. A lot of whispery singing going on. And, yeah. Good stuff. Song Club number 90. Getting a lot of different things. Also, the video's real glitchy. Well, that's cool. If you're watching this on YouTube, get that glitchy YouTube video. Not like I'm doing anything. It's not like I'm doing skateboard tricks or something where you're like, oh, I missed the part where his fucking... Did he do a kickflip, ollie, backside, go fuck yourself? Who knows? No, I'm just sitting here in front of a mic, so if it gets a little glitchy, who gives a fuck? All right. Here's another song. It's called Bomb. I think I use a trombone. I bought a trombone a while back, and I thought, oh, I'll be able to use a trombone. By the way, trombone, of all the brass instruments, hardest instrument to play. I don't know how anybody fucking plays the trombone, by the way. If you're a trombone player and you're good, give yourself a fucking round of applause. That thing is hard to play. It just sounds like some bullshit when I play it. It's like, you know, you don't even know where the note is. It's horrible. Anyways, I think it's on this. You'll hear it. Does it sound good on this? Fuck yeah, it sounds good. Can I take a really hard as fuck instrument to play like the trombone and fucking kill it? Yeah. Why? I'm a pro. All right, here we go. Let's crank this shit.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's trombone.
I will roll down the road like a bomb and I'll come. I will roll down the road, you will not know where I'm from. In the calm, I will come. I will come in the calm, I will come. Ready or not, here I come. I will cut down the trees in your wood. If I could, I would cut down the trees. As you know that I could and I can. Yes, I can. I'm the man with the plan. Maybe yes, I am. I would fill up your house with blood, the blood that runs through me, my love, and it still won't be enough to make you stay. I will take on the world in the dark of the day. Take down the world, I will take it away. And I will say, he will pay for what he's done. He will pay. I will shoot out the lights in the sun, yes, son. I will shoot out the lights in the sun with my gun. I will...
Yeah. Oh, motherfucker. All right, there we go. How about that? Long ass, no sound. That's good podcasting. I feel if I was going to rate this podcast, I've done 90 of them. This is my 90th podcast. I would rate this as the worst one I've done. Just right now. Now, if you're enjoying it, you might be like, oh, this is the worst one he's done? Yeah, for sure. This would be number 90, and the 89 would be better than this one. Now, is this one that bad? I mean, if you're still listening, I guess not. I mean, I don't know how many people are still listening. The number of people that are still listening at this point, it's so low. Like, they probably should be flagged. If you're still listening, you probably should be on some kind of a watch list. I'm imagining. But I'm glad you're here. I got one more song, and then I'm getting out of here early. Normally this lasts about an hour. I don't know how. I usually am chit-chatting about this and that. But today, I don't know. I'm in one of those moods. It's been a rough month for your boy. But, you know, that happens. You get rough months and you get good months, you get bad months. This was not my favorite month. Not my favorite podcast, but hey, I do it because it's my duty as a fucking musician living in 2024. It's my fucking duty to do this shit. I don't want to do it. Why do people fucking fight for the U.S. military? Do they do it because they like killing people? No. They do it for their country. And that's what I do when I do the podcast. I do it for God, for country, and I do it for you guys. I don't do it because it's enjoyable. It's not. I mean, it's more enjoyable than working on a bridge in Austin, Texas in August where it's 108 degrees and you're not getting paid that much and your life's constantly in danger and you're about on the verge of a heat stroke. It's better than that. Is it as good as making love to a Swedish woman in the prime of her life in Sweden on a beautiful day in November? Probably not. As good as that. Somewhere in between those two things. All right, let's get out of here with a song called Blue Mountain. This is a song I wrote about starting a band with Jesus. I love this song. This is the original demo. Now, did I put the original demo on a song on a record called I've Seen the Other World and It Looks Like This? I think so. I think I did. Or it might have been on another record of demos that I put out called When the Sun Breaks Down on the Moon, maybe? Anyways. But here, I've never put it on the Song Club, and it's here on the Song Club, and now it's yours. If you're part of the Patreon, you now own this song, and you can do with it as you will. And I love this song called Blue Mountain. I recorded on this Papoose guitar. It only had 5 strings at the time. I'd broken a string. I'd braked a string, and I didn't want to change the string, and I wrote the song with the 5 strings, and so it has a quality to it, which is nice. And here it is. Blue Mountain. We'll see you next month. Have a great month. Enjoy the worst. I'm glad you joined me on my worst podcast ever. And hopefully next month's will be better. I can't imagine it being worse. Take care.
I'm gonna ride the train through the Blue Mountain, through the rain down to the sea, down to the bottom of the ocean, where I'll forever be. I'm gonna lay me down in the salt grass, with the seahorse at my knee, singing a song about tomorrow, where all the good times used to be. And I will build